Oh, hi there, and welcome to Thursday's Golf with Miss Ray. And you've just found me making myself a new putter. Unfortunately, I have mislaid my putter, alias the umbrella, because I went outside, it was raining, I used my umbrella, and I have left it somewhere. So it's not in my car, I can't find it anywhere, so I thought better make a putter really quickly. This is just a tube of actually paper, thick paper I've rolled up. I happened to find this inside a box, so I'm just using that, but any flat piece of thick card would be fine. So I'm just going to stick it on really quickly, just to make myself a new putter. So I'll put lots of sticky tape on. There we go, and another piece on the outside. And it really, you know what, this is the good thing about, oops, sorry about that. This is the good thing about this game, okay? We're improvising. Improvising meaning that we're using just whatever we have in the house, and it is fine, okay? It's amazing how good your improvised balls and your improvised putters and clubs and wedges can be. And look at that. There we go. That's quite sturdy, and I think that's going to be a fantastic putter for today. So I've got that one, and some people have talked to me about the wedge clubs, yeah? And yesterday we used big spoons, and some people have said, oh, I don't have any big spoons, it's really tricky. Well, guess what I tried last night? I was just interested. So I got my spatula using my frying pan, and in actual fact that worked really well because, again, look at that. It's got this lovely angle. It's not as much as maybe the spoon, so sometimes I have to put the ball further forwards so when it hits it's at a greater angle and the ball goes up. But yeah, just experiment, okay? Right, like any good golfers, like any good athletes, like any good sports people, we always do a warm-up. So I would like you to use any of the games that we have already practiced to warm up. It might be on the spot, okay, it might be follow the ball, it might be zone ball, any of those games that we have been using in previous sessions. Use those to give yourself a warm-up. Warm your putt up and then warm your chip up, okay, or your pitch. We call it a chip or a pitch. Once you've warmed those up, okay, and you feel like you're ready to go, come on back here, okay, and I will show you our first activity of the day. Okay, so pause now, go and do your warm-up, putting warm-up and a chipping warm-up, and then come on back and I'll tell you the first activity of the day. Right, off you go, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so you're nice and warm. You've been doing that nice TikTok action and you're ready now for a bit of a challenge. Do you remember yesterday we talked about the fact that with the putting you need to be accurate, so you need to send the ball in the right direction, but also you need to be accurate with not only the direction but the distance. You need to be able to send the ball, to put the ball just the right distance. Short putts and long putts, okay? It's the same with chipping. With chipping, you need to be accurate. You do need to be accurate with the distance, but with chipping, also, you need to be accurate with the height, okay? And the activity we've got here is going to get you really working on the precision of how high you are chipping that ball, all right? So I've been hiding the activity behind me. I'll show you what it is now. Here it is. This game is called Limbo, and it's called Limbo because we've got a bar, okay? You can use anything you want. I've used 2 stools, you could use 2 chairs, you might have little tables like this, that sort of thing in your house, and you might use those. It really doesn't matter what you use, as long as the bar is about this high off the ground. So sort of somewhere between your knee height and your waist height. Okay. I've used for the bar the broom. So you put the broom on top. It's important to also put 2 cushions underneath, and I'll tell you about that next time. You could have some books on their side pointing upwards like that, open, all right, or you might have some boxes or something, but I want you to have the bar on top and something on the floor. And what we're going to do is we're first of all going to practice chipping over the top of the beam. Okay, so we're going to limbo over, right? So here we go. As normal, I have all of my balls because I'd always be running around for them. I'm going to put my ball down. I'm looking, setting up. I'm going to do a tick-tock action just to practice tick-tock, and then have a go. Oh yes, over the top. So that's what I would like you to do. I would like you to see if you can get 5 consecutive, one after the other, balls over the top. So 5 pitches where you pitch the ball over the top of the limbo bar. Okay, when you've done that, come on back and I'll give you the next part of the exercise. Practice well. Aha, I've been having a handy hint think, and I'm just wanting to help anyone who's having difficulty getting their ball to rise in the air over the bar. If you're having difficulty with that, remember the ball. If the ball is nearer to the front foot, if I'm if I'm pitching that way, if the ball is nearer to the front foot, it will go higher. Okay, if the ball is in the middle, it will go lower. If the ball is behind, it most likely won't go up at all. Okay, so if you're having difficulty getting the ball to rise, maybe the ball needs to be a bit further forwards for you when you hit it. All right, if you've been having that problem, go away, have another practice and see if you can improve. All right, so happy limboing, and we'll see you in a bit for the next part of the activity. Off you hop. Okay then, limbo kings and queens. Are you finding it nice and easy to go over the top of the bar? If you're like me, I've just had really good practice, and you know what? It's getting easier and easier and the ball's going higher and higher, which is why I'm challenging you to do something a bit different. This time, instead of the ball going over the bar, I want it to go under the bar, but it's not allowed to roll along the floor. No, that's why you've got the cushions there. If it touches the cushions, no points, nil point. Okay, it's got to go through the gap. All right, so this is much harder. You're going to have to think harder. You're going to have to concentrate harder to make sure that ball goes through the gap. See whether I can manage. Okay, so the ball has got to come under here. Ooh dear, it's a bit harder, a bit trickier. Let's see if I can manage it. Just going to practice. Often golfers practice their tick-tock before they hit the ball. They often go tick-tock just to get their eye in, just to make sure they're focused. Then they move forwards to the ball. Right, here we go. Oh, yes! Did you see the ball skip through the gap? It didn't touch anything. So that's a point to me, which is really good. That's what I want you to practice, okay? Now I want you to practice going through the gap. So you're limboing under the bar. Right. Go limbo, pause this video, and come on back when you think you're limboing rather well. All right. Take care. See you soon. Alrighty then, limbo kings and queens. I'm presuming you're back because every time you're hitting this ball with your wedge, every time you're chipping it underneath the gap, which is brilliant. Okay, if that's a bit easy, it's time for another challenge. This time, I'm going to see whether you're controlled enough and precise enough to do one ball over one ball under. One ball over, one ball under. Come on, let me see if I can have a go at it and if I can manage it or not, okay? Wish me luck. Right, I think I'm going to go for over first of all, okay? So over. Let's see how I do. Going to do a tip-top practice, yeah. See how we're getting on. Oh, but terrible, terrible angle. It was going off over there. It wasn't straight, but it did go over. So now I'm going under, right? Under. Whoa. Watching it, sorting my feet out, because obviously my feet were wrong. So hopefully now it will come at you. Here we go, under. Oh, terrible. Try again. Oh, yes. Now over. Yes. Now under. Yes. Over, under, over, under. Right. Go on. I think you're going to really surprise yourself, especially if you think about where that ball should be. Remember? The further forwards, the higher it will go. Towards the middle, the lower it will go. Go on. I think you're going to be amazed at your precision, okay? How accurate and controlled you can be. Go practice, pause this video, okay? And then come back when you've had a really good try. And if you can do 10 overs and 10 unders, over, under, that's 1, over, under, that's 2, over, under, that's 3. If you can do 10 of those, you are a star, okay? Some of you though, I think you're going to be in the 20s, maybe even 30s. Off you go and practice and come back to me when you're done. See you soon. Okay, so you are Limbo Kings and Queens, and it's time now to have a little look at our putting. We don't want to forget our putting because putting is a massive part of the game of golf. It's the way you finish off and get that ball sunk down that hole. So here's a bit of putting practice. I've made a target, okay, 50 in the middle, 25 and 10. Just add bits of paper. I'm going to put it on the floor. And the aim is to put the ball onto the target. There are different ways you can play this game. So I'm going to play the easy way first, which is you follow the ball. Do you remember we did that as a warm-up a couple of days ago, where you use the same ball and you follow the ball until you get it on the target? We're going to use that because that's what we do in golf a lot, right? In golf, you always use the same ball and you hit it, and wherever it lands, you follow it, and then you hit it again, and wherever it lands, you follow it and you hit it again. So we're going to do follow the ball onto the target. Here we go. Put the target down here. Right, so you start at the starting point with your ball, and you're going to put it and follow it. And the aim is to see how many putts it takes you to get on the target. All right, so here we go. Get myself sorted. Oh, it rolled off. I now get to putt it again. So that's one putt. Now I'm so close. Surely I'm going to get it on the middle. Oh, 25 points. I've got 25 points, but it took 2 putts to get 25 points. So I'm going to take 2 off 25. So my score will be, that's right, 23. So I got 23 points for that. And if I was playing with a friend or with a grown-up or someone else in my family, whoever it might be, they could have a go now, starting at the same point. Okay, so that's one way of playing the game, right? Another way of playing the game, if you really want to challenge yourself, is to place the ball 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, and you can't really fit 5 in, It's too squeezed up. And the aim of this one would be that you put the first ball to the target. If it goes on the target, you move to the next ball and putt it. If it doesn't go on the target, you have to go back to number one. Putt it onto the target. Putt it if it goes on the target. You then go to the next ball. Putt it if it goes on the target to the next ball. And this is called 5-star. Okay, 5-star. Sometimes it's also called golden 5. And the reason it's called golden 5 is because you've got 5 putts to get that ball, to get those balls onto the target. But some people call it golden 5 because, oh, I think I've missed, oh, it is in my pocket. Unfortunately, it's not golden in my case, it's silver 5 because that is, can you see what it is? Yes, it's a 10-pence coin. We used to play a game where you used to put a 10-pence coin in the middle of the target. And if you hit the 10-pence coin 5 times with each ball, you got to keep it. Some people used to do it with a pound coin, which is why they called it the golden 5. It is hard, okay? It is hard, which is why people used to use a pound coin. Every putt had to hit, okay? So you did the first one, if it hit, brilliant. Then you did the second putt, if it hit, brilliant. And each time you were getting 1 step further away. So the last putt to hit the coin was 5 steps away. You might want to play a version of that. You might want to put your coin in the middle. And you might want to say, because you're just starting out, that as long as you hit the target 5 times, you get the coin. Okay? You can play lots of different versions. But remember, tick-tock, and the longer the putt, that's right, bigger the tick-tock. Okay? And always remember, keep looking at the ball. Okay? You don't want to take your eye off the ball. All right, so really watch that ball carefully as you make contact. I'm going to be back in a moment with a handy hint. You go practice one of the games or both of the games and then come back and I'll give you a handy hint. Okay, see you soon. Well, I've got a handy hint for you. People have been saying to me and emailing me and saying, Miss Ray, I'm loving the golf. It's great fun. I couldn't believe I could do this. I didn't realise it was so good. I thought it was for old people, all that sort of thing. But they're also saying, oh, putting, it's driving me mad. I'm trying to get better, but it just doesn't seem to be happening. What should I be doing? Well, to be honest, if you're using silver foil balls like these, they are great. Because they're light, they don't hurt anything or anyone if they hit them. So they're brilliant, but they're not very good for putting, okay? As you can see that one, is it a sphere? No, it's got a bit of a flat side here, and it's definitely not spherical. It's quite lumpy and bumpy. And then if you've got a lumpy, bumpy ball, it's not going to roll what we call true. So as it rolls along with lumps and bumps, it's going to jump and it's going to go off course. So my handy hint is if you're enjoying yourself and having good fun and you really are loving this and you're finding your ball, your silver balls frustrating, go out or go online and look for something like a table tennis ball. Table tennis balls, you can get them all over the place and you can get them really, really cheaply now. And they're a great alternative, okay? Again, they're very, very light. They won't do any damage, but they roll beautifully. They're spherical and they roll really, really accurately. So that would be a good ball to invest in. The other sort of ball that you could use are these golf balls that are air balls. And these are proper golfers' air balls. And in actual fact, I found these in Tesco's, okay? In Tesco's a while ago, They had them in their sports area in bagfuls, and they were pretty cheap. And they're the sort of thing you could actually share, because I think they're about 30 in a bag. So you could share them with another person, another family, to just spread the cost a bit. But they're great as well. They're a little bit harder, okay, but again, they won't do any harm. All right, if they hit something or someone, they won't damage them. Okay, so another good alternative to invest in. If you're enjoying it, I think it's worth pocket money, or maybe do some jobs around the house and ask your parents or your grown-ups at home, if I do some jobs, could I please have some of these balls that will really help me with my golf skills? All right, that's the end of the handy hint. The biggest hint of all for anyone and everyone is, as with everything, we just need to practice. If we want to be accurate and precise, we just practice. And the people who practice more are always better than the people who don't practice. It's like a natural law. The more you practice, the better you get. So I'm going to leave you to practice those games and any of the other games we've done on any other days. And then tomorrow, which is Friday, our last day of golf, I hope that you'll be back with me, because I've got a really fun activity for you to enjoy. Okay then, keep practicing, keep having fun, enjoy everything you do, and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday's golf with Miss Ray. Take care. Bye.